Okay. Now, y'all, what we're going to do, we're going to take this section right here, we're going to shrink it down, and we're going to float it to the left. And then we're going to take this navigation section, we're going to shrink it down a little bit as well, and we're going to float it to the right. You're going to end up with two columns right here, this little logo to the left, and then your navigation bar to the right, and then all of your other content is going to show up there below it. Now, do we need to edit anything right on this page in order to do that? The answer is no. What we need to edit is your styles. So go to your CSS designer over there. Now, if you're sitting there and you don't have anything under your CSS designer, you need to attach a CSS file to this page, which is right there. Add your sources in there. Attach existing CSS file. If you don't have the CSS file, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You're just going to have to go back and do this later because I can't stop teaching everybody else. Now, this section right here is the logo section. That's the part that we're going to shrink down first. And then we're going to change our nav section right there. And we're going to move that one up. Let's go to your logo section first. Now, if you want to change the actual size of this logo section, you need to change the width of the section. Right now, you have your margins are set at 5 pixels. Where is this at? Let me click off the show the settings. We're going to stay on this little layout tab, or that's the text tab, excuse me. We're going to stay on this layout tab right here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about right here. And let's take a look where it says width. Right now, if you click on that width, those width options, it's set for auto. You have options to choose pixels, points, PCIN, or inches, centimeters, millimeters, and you have percentage. Let's change it to percentage, and let's make it 25%. And what that means, when you change the width to 25%, that means the width of that section is going to be merely 25% of the page. Okay? And hit enter there. Now notice when you do that, it should shrink this part down considerably, right? Now, one thing I'm noticing when I look at this right here, where it says the gallery, portrait, and family photography, do you see that my text is hanging outside of this part right here? I probably ought to make my text a little bit smaller. The font size is 45 pixels. I'm going to make it 20 pixels. That way it shrinks it up considerably right there, right? I changed the text to 20 pixels. If yours doesn't stick out of that box, don't worry about it. I didn't change it on mine, okay? You all know how to change these options. Those options right there are not what I'm particularly worried about right now. Let me double check. Oh, hey, I apologize. Now, let's go and change our margins a little bit too. Let's make our margins a little bit bigger.
The logo too?
Yeah, I'm still in the logo section. I'm going to make them like 12 pixels instead of 5.
Just talking about
Yeah. You can change them to whatever you want. I want to make them 12 pixels. Just to give myself a little bit more space on there. Now, we're not going to change anything else on there yet. We will soon. Let's go and choose our nav section. Let's make some changes to that. First off, what's the width of the logo section? 25%, right? What's the width of the entire page? 100%. We can't, if we set the width of this one, we're going to make these show up right next to each other. We can't set the width greater than 75%, right? I'm not going to make mine 75%. I'm going to make the width.
It's the nav, right? Yes.
Yeah, we're on the nav section. That's great. I'm going to set the width at like 66%. Why would I not choose 75%?
Because it pretty much take up the whole page.
It would pretty much take up the whole page, but I also want some white space on there as well, right? Like you want to have, yeah, you want to have just space on there that makes it stand out, okay? No, I've been on it at 66. Yeah. Now, need double check, make sure I've got the right thing on here. What's the problem?
It was there and then it disappeared.
Okay, now, I want you to take a look under this layout, these layout options. I want you to go down here and take a look at these float and clear properties, okay? Scroll down below the margins and padding, and let's go and take a look at these float properties down here, okay? Now, on your float properties, you have one that says left, you have one that says right, and you have one that says none, okay? Choose float right. Now, when you choose float right, what happens to it? It looks really bad, okay? But what happens if we go up to our logo section here, and we change, if we go to logo, and look at your clear options, you have, down, the clear options are right here. I'm on the logo section now. The clear options are right below the float options. You have clear left, clear right, and clear all. Or clear both. Gosh, that didn't do it, did it? Never mind. Try float left on that one. Excuse me. I apologize. Do a float left on the logo section. On the logo section, float it left. Okay, y'all, please watch what I'm doing. On your logo section, float it left. The nav section, float it right. Your banner section. Your banner section, choose clear all on that one, which is right here. I'll zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. Yeah. Take a look right there. I apologize for the error on that one. Okay. Your logo section is going to be floated left. No clear. Your banner section, choose clear all. Okay? And when you choose clear all, that basically says, I'm going to spread this out across everything that's above it. Okay? So you're choosing clear all. You might go ahead with your content section. You might choose clear all on that one. And same thing with your footer section. Just in case you decide to like...
Clear all on the content and footer?
Yeah, I would choose clear all on those. On your nav section, float it to the right. Now, you all, what I have given you right here on this stuff is just a very simple basic layout, right? You have, you have kind of like a logo section that we created over here on the left. And when you want to add like two sections right next to each other, you float one left, float one right, play around with the widths that you would have on each one of those. So you have, this is a column, right? Or this is two columns. This is two columns that you're seeing right? There's your left column, there's your right column. I floated one of those pieces to the left, floated the other to the right, cleared everything below it. This is a very simple, very basic layout. Can you do more stuff than this? Yes, you can, okay? If I were doing it, I'd have a logo across the top. Below that, I'd have my navigation bar. And, well, it depends on the website itself. But I would probably keep two columns. I'd probably float and aside to the left, and then make a main section content to the right that's a lot bigger. And then I would clear my footer below those. But that's just a simple, basic layout, okay? Now, what I want you to do, I want you to hit save all. I want you to take that folder there, and I want you to put it in a zip file, and I want you to upload it to Canvas, okay? Do that now.
Oh, so it make this a zip file?
Yes. Do that now, and then I will go over your next assignment with you that you're working on the rest of the class.